Hi everyone, and welcome to Fluent Hub English. I'm John.
And I'm Amy. Today, we're talking about something many people dream about.
Learning English without a teacher can feel impossible, but it's not.
I remember when I first tried to learn English alone, I bought a book and just stared at it.
Oh no, what happened?
I learned hello and goodbye and then gave up for 6 months. It was so frustrating.
I had a similar experience when I tried learning Spanish on my own. I watched movies but didn't understand anything.
It can be scary when you don't know where to start or what to do next.
That's why today we're going to help you with self-learning English strategies.
These methods will make your learning journey much more effective and less confusing.
So, why should you listen to today's episode? First, you'll feel more confident learning alone.
Second, you'll learn practical strategies that you can use right away.
And third, you'll be ready to create your own learning plan without a teacher.
These strategies can help you learn English anywhere, anytime, without expensive classes.
Learning English is like building a house, one brick at a time.
Today, we're adding some important learning strategies to your English construction plan.
With these strategies, you can go from confusion to clear learning all by yourself.
I remember when I was 25, I decided to learn Japanese without a teacher. I was so nervous.
Oh no! Did you know where to start?
Not really. I just downloaded apps and hoped for the best. It worked, but it took me twice as long as it should have.
That's why learning self-study methods is so important, even for motivated learners.
Now I can help others who might feel lost when learning alone.
I had a friend who quit learning English because she thought she needed a teacher to succeed.
Was that difficult for her?
Very. She felt like she was failing at something everyone else could do. It took her years to try again.
That's exactly why we're creating this episode today, to help learners like her.
Today, we'll cover 4 important self-learning strategies.
First, we'll learn how to set daily learning goals.
Second, we'll practice using technology for language learning.
Third, we'll learn useful phrases for finding real-life practice.
And finally, we'll cover methods for tracking your progress.
Each section will have guided response, role plays, a short story, and guided practice.
We'll make it fun and easy so you can use these strategies in real life.
At the end, we have a quick quiz to test what you've learned.
Plus, we'll give you a challenge to practice using these strategies.
Make sure to listen carefully for our quick quiz at the end of the episode.
It's a fun way to check how much you've learned.
You might be surprised at how many strategies you remember.
It's like a little game to test your knowledge.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
That helps more people find Fluent Hub English and learn with us.
You can also share this episode with friends who are learning English.
Let's get started with our first scene. Scene 1. Setting daily learning goals. Guided response.
Welcome to our first scene. We're planning a self-study English routine.
Let's learn some basic phrases for setting daily learning goals.
First, you might say to yourself,
I will practice English every day.
you can set a specific goal.
I will learn 5 new words today.
You might plan your study time,
I will study for 20 minutes in the morning.
or
I will study for 15 minutes before bed.
you might track your progress.
I will write down what I learn.
After learning, you might say,
I completed my daily goal.
remember to be realistic and consistent when setting goals.
Excellent. These phrases will help you in many situations.
Let's move on to some role plays to see how these phrases work in real conversations.
Role play. Now, let's practice with a role play. I'll be the learner, and Amy will be the study partner.
What's your English learning goal for today?
I will practice English every day.
That's great. How much time will you spend?
I will study for 20 minutes in the morning.
What will you focus on?
I will learn 5 new words today.
How will you remember them?
I will write down what I learn.
That sounds like a good plan.
I completed my daily goal yesterday. It felt great.
Keep going. You're making progress.
Great job with the role plays. Let's move on.
Up next, we have a short story. As you listen, try to notice how the phrases you just learned appear naturally in the story.
Our story today is called Maria's Daily English Habit.
Maria woke up early and looked at her calendar. It was Monday, her favorite day for English practice. She had been learning alone for 3 weeks and was starting to see progress.
She made herself a cup of tea and sat at her desk. I will practice English every day, she said out loud, reminding herself of her commitment.
She opened her notebook and wrote the date at the top.
Maria felt excited, but also a little nervous. Learning alone was challenging, but she was determined to succeed. She decided to start with vocabulary. I will learn 5 new words today, she told herself, picking up her flashcards.
She studied for 20 minutes in the morning before work, focusing on pronunciation. Then, during her lunch break, she reviewed the words again. In the evening, she practiced using them in sentences. I will write down what I learn, she said, filling her notebook with examples.
Before bed, Maria checked her calendar. She smiled and circled the day. I completed my daily goal, she whispered with pride. Looking back at her notebook, she saw how much she had learned in just 3 weeks.
Maria felt motivated to continue her English journey. She knew that small, consistent steps would lead to fluency over time. As she turned off the light, she whispered, "Tomorrow, I will learn 5 new words again."
Did you hear the phrases, I will practice, I will learn, and I will write? Try to remember how they were used in Maria's story.
Great listening! Now, let's take those same phrases and practice saying them together. It's time for some shadowing practice, where you can repeat the phrases after us.
I will practice English every day. I will study for 20 minutes in the morning.
I will learn 5 new words today.
I will write down what I learn.
I completed my daily goal.
I will review what I learned.
I will practice speaking tomorrow.
I will set a new goal soon.
I will celebrate my progress.
I will keep learning English.
Wonderful! You're doing great with pronunciation. Remember to say these phrases with determination. It helps you commit to your goals.
That's right. Don't worry if you miss a day sometimes. Everyone has busy days. The important thing is to get back to your routine. You're doing great. Scene 2. Using technology for practice, guided response.
Welcome to our second scene. We're exploring technology for language learning.
Let's learn some basic phrases for using technology to practice English.
First, you might say,
I use an app to learn English.
you might talk about different apps.
I use Duolingo every day.
Or,
I watch YouTube videos in English.
you might mention listening practice.
I listen to English podcasts.
You might talk about speaking practice.
I record myself speaking English.
After using technology, you might say,
My English is improving with technology.
remember to be consistent when using technology for learning.
Excellent! These phrases will help you in many situations.
Let's move on to some role plays to see how these phrases work in real conversations.
Role play. Now, let's practice with a role play. I'll be the learner and Amy will be the tech-savvy friend.
How do you practice English alone?
I use an app to learn English.
Which app do you like?
I use Duolingo every day.
Do you do anything else?
I watch YouTube videos in English.
What about speaking practice?
I record myself speaking English.
That's great. Your English is improving with technology.
I think so too. Technology makes learning easier.
Keep using these tools.
Great job with the role plays. Let's move on.
Up next, we have a short story. As you listen, try to notice how the phrases you just learned appear naturally in the story.
Our story today is called Tom's Tech Learning Adventure.
Tom sat at his desk, feeling frustrated with his English progress. He had been studying alone for months, but wasn't seeing the results he wanted. His friend Lisa suggested he try using technology.
I use an app to learn English, Tom told himself as he downloaded a popular language learning app on his phone. He opened it for the first time and felt a mix of excitement and nervousness.
Tom started with the basics. I use Duolingo every day, he said proudly, completing his first lesson. The app's gamified format made learning feel like fun rather than work. He smiled as he earned points and badges.
As he became more comfortable, Tom explored other resources. I watch YouTube videos in English, he explained to his roommate when asked what he was doing on his computer. He found channels dedicated to teaching English through stories and conversations.
One challenge was speaking practice. Tom was shy about talking to himself, so he started small. "I record myself speaking English," he whispered, pressing the record button on his phone. He listened back and noticed areas where he needed improvement.
After 3 months of consistent tech-based learning, Tom felt a difference. "My English is improving with technology," he said confidently when his colleagues asked about his progress. He could now understand more conversations and express himself better.
Tom's journey showed him that technology, when used consistently, could be a powerful tool for language learning. He wasn't alone anymore. Technology was his patient, available teacher, ready to help whenever he needed it.
Did you hear the phrases "I use," "I watch," and "I record"? Try to remember how they were used in Tom's story.
Great listening! Now let's take those same phrases and practice saying them together. It's time for some shadowing practice, where you can repeat the phrases after us.
I use an app to learn English.
I use Duolingo every day.
I watch YouTube videos in English.
I listen to English podcasts.
I record myself speaking English.
My English is improving with technology.
I use flashcards on my phone.
I practice with language exchange apps.
I use translation tools carefully.
I follow English teachers on social media.
Excellent work! You're getting better with each practice. Imagine you're explaining your learning methods to a friend. It will help you remember them better.
That's right. Try different technologies until you find what works for you. Everyone learns differently, and that's okay. Keep exploring.
Scene 3. Finding real-life practice opportunities. Guided response.
Welcome to our third scene. We're looking for ways to practice English in real life.
Let's learn some basic phrases for finding real-life practice opportunities.
First, you might say,
I joined an English conversation group.
you might talk about language exchange.
I have a language exchange partner.
You might mention online communities.
I participate in online forums.
You might talk about social activities.
I attend English meetups.
After practicing, you might say,
My speaking skills are improving.
remember to be proactive when looking for practice opportunities.
Excellent! These phrases will help you in many situations.
Let's move on to some role plays to see how these phrases work in real conversations.
Role play. Now, let's practice with a role play. I'll be the learner, and Amy will be the community member.
How do you practice speaking English?
I joined an English conversation group.
That's great. How did you find it?
I searched online for local groups.
Do you practice with anyone else?
I have a language exchange partner.
What about online practice?
I participate in online forums.
Do you attend any social events?
I attend English meetups.
Your speaking skills are improving.
Thank you. Practice really helps.
Keep finding opportunities to speak.
Great job with the role plays. Let's move on.
Up next, we have a short story. As you listen, try to notice how the phrases you just learned appear naturally in the story.
Our story today is called Sarah's Search for Speaking Practice.
Sarah sat at her kitchen table, feeling frustrated. She had been learning English alone for months and could read and write okay, but speaking was difficult. She knew she needed more practice, but didn't know where to find it.
One day, while browsing community center notices, Sarah saw a flyer. I joined an English conversation group, she told her roommate that evening, showing her the advertisement for weekly meetings at the local library.
Sarah felt nervous walking into the meeting for the first time. The group leader welcomed her warmly, and she slowly introduced herself. I have a language exchange partner, she mentioned when someone asked about her learning methods. She had found a partner through an online app.
Between meetings, Sarah stayed connected with other learners. I participate in online forums, she explained to her sister when asked how she was practicing. She found support and additional resources through these communities.
As Sarah became more confident, she started exploring other opportunities. I attend English meetups, she told her coworker when asked about her weekend plans. She joined coffee chats, movie nights, and hiking groups, all in English.
After 3 months of regular practice, Sarah noticed a difference. "My speaking skills are improving," she said with pride when her language exchange partner complimented her progress. She could now express her thoughts more clearly and understand others better.
Sarah's journey showed her that practice opportunities were everywhere once she started looking. She wasn't learning alone anymore. She had found a community of fellow learners and supportive conversation partners.
Did you hear the phrases, "I joined," "I have," and "I participate"? Try to remember how they were used in Sarah's story.
Great listening! Now, let's take those same phrases and practice saying them together. It's time for some shadowing practice, where you can repeat the phrases after us.
I joined an English conversation group.
I have a language exchange partner.
I participate in online forums.
I attend English meetups.
My speaking skills are improving. I practice with native speakers.
I watch movies without subtitles.
I listen to English music daily.
I read books in English.
Fantastic! You're making great progress. Say these phrases with enthusiasm and you'll be motivated to find more practice opportunities.
That's right. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Most people are happy to help when they see you're trying to learn. You're doing wonderfully.
Scene 4. Tracking your progress, guided response.
Welcome to our fourth scene. We're learning how to track your English progress.
Let's learn some basic phrases for tracking your learning progress.
First, you might say,
I keep a learning journal.
you might talk about setting milestones.
I set small goals for myself.
You might mention self-assessment.
I check my progress regularly.
You might celebrate achievements.
I celebrate my improvements.
After tracking, you might say,
I can see my progress clearly now.
remember to be patient and consistent when tracking your progress.
Excellent! These phrases will help you in many situations.
Let's move on to some role plays to see how these phrases work in real conversations.
Role play. Now, let's practice with a role play. I'll be the learner and Amy will be the study buddy.
How do you know if you're improving?
I keep a learning journal.
That's a good idea. Do you set goals?
I set small goals for myself.
How often do you check your progress?
I check my progress regularly.
Do you celebrate improvements?
I celebrate my improvements.
That's great! Can you see your progress clearly now?
Yes, I can see my progress clearly now.
Keep tracking your journey.
Great job with the role plays. Let's move on.
Up next, we have a short story. As you listen, try to notice how the phrases you just learned appear naturally in the story.
Our story today is called Carlos's Progress Journey.
Carlos sat at his desk looking through his old notebooks. 6 months ago, he had started learning English alone and felt overwhelmed. Today, he felt proud of how far he had come. He decided to review his progress.
I keep a learning journal, Carlos said, opening his special notebook where he recorded daily practice sessions and new words learned.
Flipping through the pages, he smiled at his consistency. Some days he had only written a few sentences, but he had written something every single day.
Carlos had learned early on that big goals could be discouraging. I set small goals for myself, he explained to his cousin who asked about his learning strategy. Each week, he focused on mastering just a few phrases or grammar points.
As Carlos reviewed his journal, he noticed patterns. I check my progress regularly, he said, pointing to his monthly review entries. He compared his speaking from month to month and could see clear improvements in pronunciation and vocabulary.
Carlos's favorite part was celebrating achievements. I celebrate my improvements, he told his friend when asked about his motivation system. When he mastered a difficult grammar concept or had a successful conversation, he treated himself to something nice.
After spending an hour reviewing his journal, Carlos closed it with a smile. I can see my progress clearly now, he said with confidence. Looking back at his first entries compared to recent ones, the difference was remarkable. He wasn't just learning English, he was becoming a more disciplined and confident learner.
Carlos's journey showed him that tracking progress wasn't just about language improvement. It was about building self-awareness and celebrating the small wins that lead to big achievements.
Did you hear the phrases I keep, I set, and I check? Try to remember how they were used in Carlos's story.
Great listening. Now, let's take those same phrases and practice saying them together. It's time for some shadowing practice, where you can repeat the phrases after us. I keep a learning journal.
I set small goals for myself.
I check my progress regularly.
I celebrate my improvements.
I can see my progress clearly now. I review my notes weekly.
I record myself speaking monthly.
I test my knowledge often.
I reflect on my learning journey.
Wonderful! You're becoming more confident with each practice. Remember, tracking your progress helps you stay motivated and see how far you've come.
That's right. The more you track, the more you'll notice your improvements. Everyone appreciates seeing their own progress, even when it's small. You're doing amazing.
Now, let's move on to the vocabulary and phrase breakdown. We'll go over some important words and phrases from these scenes.
I will, used for setting future intentions. Example, I will practice English every day.
I use indicates how you utilize resources. Example, I use an app to learn English.
I joined shows participation in activities. Example, I joined an English conversation group.
I keep demonstrates consistency in habits. Example, I keep a learning journal.
I set refers to establishing goals. Example, I set small goals for myself.
Now, let's test your understanding with a quick quiz.
We'll ask you some questions about self-learning English strategies. Listen carefully and choose the best answer. Check if your answer is correct with the answers given in the comments section of this video. Ready? Let's start.
Question 1. What phrase shows you're planning to practice regularly?
Options. A. I like English.
B. I will practice English every day.
C. English is difficult.
Question 2. How might you describe using technology for learning?
Options. A. I use an app to learn English.
B. I hate technology.
C. Teachers are better.
Question 3. What phrase shows you're participating in a conversation group?
Options. A. I want to join a group.
B. I joined an English conversation group.
C. Groups are expensive.
Question 4. How might you describe tracking your progress?
Options. A. Progress is hard.
B. I check my progress regularly.
C. I don't like journals.
Question 5. What phrase shows you're celebrating improvements?
Options. A. I celebrate my improvements.
B. Improvement is impossible.
C. I never finish goals.
Great work, everyone! Let's do a quick recap of what we learned in this episode.
Wow, what a journey we've had today. From setting goals to tracking progress, we've learned so many useful self-learning strategies.
That's right. Now you know how to set daily goals, use technology effectively, find real practice opportunities, and track your progress.
We also practiced role plays, quizzes, and shadowing so you can use these strategies confidently in real life.
Remember, learning English is like building a house, one brick at a time. And today, we added important learning strategies to your construction plan.
Next time you're learning alone, you won't feel lost. You'll know exactly what to do.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of Fluent Hub English. Keep practicing, keep learning, and get ready to become a fluent English speaker all by yourself.